Jim, come over and say hello whenever you get a shot there now. Jim's new record is fantastic, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that's an older song, right?
That's I think that's the name of my first record. So that's one from the first song.
Like 98.
But it's done in a very rock style.
Yeah.
So that was part of the reimagining of older songs.
What's that all about? Why are you going back and looking at some older music here?
Well, really, the whole function of the record was to play with this band, because I think that what happens is when we make records, like when we made Constellation, everything services the song.
Yeah.
So the players are subordinate to the song, and then we go and play for a year, and the songs are fully fleshed out by the playing of the band. And I thought at the end, I don't think this band gets enough credit. I mean, I'm lucky enough to play in two good bands. This band is full of fantastic players.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to go to the farm where we have a really nice upper room to the barn, and just everybody play. So everything's live on the record. I mean, the solos are done à la minute, and no going back. So they are amazing players, and I think that was the point. And so in order to not have to write 15 new songs, I wanted to go back and revisit some older songs and see if they could either handle a different treatment, or a couple of songs, especially two Blue Rodeo songs, were a little bit underwritten, and I sort of fleshed those out.
Well, that's interesting to me. I spoke to this is full name droppy Canadian media here, but I spoke to Paul Simon one time, and he said to me that he made his new record of going back to old songs because he always felt like he could have done a better job on them.
God.
And I thought, imagine Paul Simon. Imagine Paul Simon thinking he could.
I think he undervalues himself, Paul Simon.
Maybe
Yeah.
Garfunkel's in his ear going, I don't know about that. Needs
right.
a tenor singer. But is that something you deal with? Like, you listen back to an old Blue Rodeo song and go, well, maybe I could have done something different with that.
I don't think it's not a consistent urge, but there are certain songs that never really made it off the record. They were played a little bit, and then they just didn't. They weren't finished. I mean, the two songs that I did, Dragging On and Clear Review, they just weren't finished. They needed a third verse in Clear Review, and it needed a chorus ending in Dragging On. And I wanted also Dragging On to be a duet between a couple. Mm-hmm. And so they were just things that were in my mind. But no, I don't suffer from, oh my God, I could have done that better. I'm much more interested in moving forward.
Are you still writing? Do you write every day?
No, I write pretty specifically for a project.
Oh, really?
So I wrote for this. I wrote two songs for this record, and I tried to make them the two outside poles of the record. One, which we'll do next, is a fiddly tune, so to highlight Annie, and then one is more a psychedelic bluesy tune. So I thought everything in the record will fit between these two poles.
Anne's so good, hey?
Anne's pretty damn good, yeah.
I love it. I love a good fiddle player, and she's a great fiddle player.
She's a great musician. I mean, I think that's one of the things about all of the players in the band is they're good at their instrument, but they're great musicians. They're great collaborators. And
I was going to ask you a little bit about that kind of question that as you've gotten great success in the music industry, the sort of why aren't you lying on a beach with a margarita kind of question, But I think I already know the answer. Or I was going to ask what is a successful Jim Cuddy show these days? But I think I might know the answer, which is just getting to play with this band.
Oh, I think that with both, do you know very many musicians that really just want to hang out on a beach?
Every now and then.
Not play?
Every now and then you meet one of them, right?
Yeah. It just seems, I don't understand that. I mean, I think at both ends of the scale, I had a lot of success, and people that struggle to succeed, both those people are compelled to continue to make music.
Yeah.
But it seems like the funniest question, why does Mick Jagger keep playing? Because that's what keeps his blood flowing.
Right.
And, when I can understand contouring your schedule to whatever your age is, but Willie Nelson's out there and he just loves playing, and he loves addressing the fans. And I think it is just the being compelled to make music that's the great urge.
I know what you mean. I mean, I do this every single day, and this takes up a lot of my time. But
you just do this for money, right?
I mean, mainly for money. I mean, but that public radio money is so good.
It's retire money.
Hundreds of dollars a year, Jim. And but I still play every Sunday. I still play a gig in Toronto because you're right. If I don't do it, I think I start to go a little.
Well, I consider you a musician who has a radio job. I don't think you ever leave that designation behind.
No, I don't.
Whether you have to do. No, not you, but a person that has to do another job, either teach or something else. They're still a musician. They're just facilitating that talent.
Hey, I mean, again, name droppy, but Geddy Lee
You're going to do this twice?
I know. Do you do that thing where you hit your knee when you name drop? Is that a Newfoundland thing?
No, that's a Newfoundland thing.
You hit your knee when your name drops. So
Really?
Can we hear that, Canada? So Geddy Lee told me that's why he loves bar bands so much.
Really?
He has a great admiration for dudes who work in sheet metal factories and who are teachers and who play gigs at night, because he says there's obviously something just compelling them to do it. Wow. The same thing that compels me to be in Rush.
Funny, what he told me was no.
Can we play one of the songs on this record that you didn't write? Take a listen to this.
There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy.
How good, hey?
Oh my God. So that's a song, so you can't reimagine Rhinestone Cowboy because it's so perfect. All the pieces fit together like Lego. It's
Right.
just absolutely perfect. Chord structure's perfect. The song's, I mean, unless you repeat the chorus over and over, the song's about 2.5 minutes long. It's just, it gets so much information. It's so beautiful.
If you're just tuning in and speaking to Jim Cuddy, we're talking about his new album, Countrywide Soul, and you cover Rhinestone Cowboy by Glen Campbell.
I first heard it done by George Canyon. I did a gig with George Canyon, and he did it. He's got that low voice, which I don't know how.
Rhinestone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I thought that is a great song. It's a little, obviously, it's tattooed in my memory. So I just thought that's a great song, and I started to do it. And it's a little complicated. The chord structure is a little more complicated than it seems. And then when you learn it, it's just, I don't know, it just sort of shines with brilliance.
Could be worse. Wichita Lineman, that's a hard song to play.
That's a hard song to learn.
Hard song to sing.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, because it has that big high note in the chorus.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe not for
I
you.
don't think that's, I don't consider that hard.
Oh my God.
Well, I remember Geddy Lee told me that he could sing that.
But do you, I mean, is it, I'm glad, I think you still love doing covers every now and then. And I think whenever I see you play at a party, you still do Oliver's Army and you still do Rhinestone Cowboy. Like, I still love that you're such a fan of,
Right.
I know it seems silly, but it's such a fan of music,
Yeah, I think I do a lot of charity trips. Well, Annie and I and Colin has come on them, and my sons, we do pretty much covers all week. So, my sons especially, they drink out the most arcane covers, like Billy Joe Shaver and crazy country songs. And yes, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun listening to somebody else's language, learning somebody else's language. Chord structure is usually pretty simple.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a room for a Blue Rodeo cover or a Jim Cuddy cover that someone's doing and you're like, I don't think they know I'm here?
Oh, I have probably the opposite, because I probably wouldn't hear it generally, but the opposite is if somebody knows I'm there, then they will do that cover. And that's I must admit, of all the public thing, that's a little embarrassing. Because you just want to sit, often I'm with my hockey team or something, and there'll be a singer, and the guy will start doing Hasn't Hit Me Yet or something. I don't even sing the song, so it's no accolade to me. So, it's not. It's never a good thing.
I know. I was in St. John's one night and Neil Young was playing. And I was talking to Neil. No, I was in St. John's and Neil Young was playing. And there was a bar that said, Neil Young, welcome, come to the bar. And there was a cover band up playing Neil Young songs. And I said, this is the last place he'll ever go.
I know.
If you want Neil Young to come to your bar, don't play Neil Young songs all night.
That's very true.
You're going to do one more song. What's it going to be?
It's going to be Back Here. It's called Back Here Again. It's about relentless love. And this features the violinist Ann Lindsay.
This is a new one?
This is a new one, yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.